Hello and welcome to Weide-Market by Weide-Market, where you will find content to help you figure out your journey towards genuine wealth and prosperity. In previous videos, I covered topics like extra income ideas for full-time employees, structuring your budget in such a way that it enables you to create wealth, or simply spending less than you earn to enable yourself once again to generate wealth. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 different types of income that you could utilize to develop 7 streams of income, or multiple streams of income at least. You might have heard it said that the average millionaire has 7 income streams, and that's where this video comes from. How do you get to have 7 income streams or multiple income streams to begin with? Well, if you understand the flow of money and you understand the different types of income, then you could choose avenues and channels that you could use to generate extra income and eventually build streams of income. Obviously, income is made up of active as well as passive income. Some of the streams of income are active, where you actively have to partake in generating that income, and other incomes are passive, or at least become passive after you've put in some initial work to generate or put systems in place to generate that income stream, which will keep on going whether you're actively involved in it or not. So, the 7 streams of income, let's take a look. Just looking at my notes here, I want to remind you that the underlying theme of this video is that overnight success takes 10 years to create. So anything that you start right now, anything that you put effort and time and money into, you should see as an investment to grow into future income streams. Nothing you do right now will have overnight success being overnight. In other words, when you do something about it now, tomorrow you'll have an income stream. These are things that you have to invest in. In other words, invest your time, invest your learning, invest your money when it comes to that, paying for courses or putting money into initial investments into startup businesses. All of these things, income streams, have to start with you putting in some initial effort. Obviously, what we're trying to get to is have a mixture of passive and active incomes and have multiple incomes, so we don't rely on one income alone. As for me, as a full-time employee currently, I work part-time and over weekends when I have time to generate these different streams of income. But enough about me. What are the 7 streams of income? Well, the first is earned income. Earned income is when you sell your time or expertise in exchange for money, or in exchange for some kind of reward. This could be a self-employed person, this could be even a professional like a doctor or a lawyer. Whether you work for an employee or you have your own business, and now we're getting into the cash flow quadrants from Robert Kiyosaki. If you haven't read or heard about that, go do some research on that. But if you exchange time for money, then you are earning earned income. Okay, so obviously there are jobs that have a higher probability of creating wealth for you, but you need to understand that there is a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Even if you are a doctor with a highly successful practice and you only have that one income and no other savings or investments to show for it, and you are still buying your luxury items like your car or your house, or your luxury holidays out of your own pocket, then you are still only rich, you are not wealthy. The wealthy have more than one income, as well as their passive incomes, or rather their asset income, pay for the things that they want, rather than paying for the things that you want out of your pocket. A recent article I read on Investopedia, and I'll leave a link in the description below, shows that many of top income earners in the world, billionaires and millionaires, start off by having a job initially in in their income career. So in the link I'll share below in the description, they talk about Warren Buffett starting obviously as young as 13 years old. That's a bit of a crazy one, but started as young as 13 years old having his own newspaper delivery service. Someone like Jeff Bezos started out as a grill operator at McDonald's. Michael Bloomberg, for example, started out as a parking lot attendant. Oprah Winfrey started out as a grocery store clerk. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you have a job currently, it does not serve as an excuse for you not to do more with the time and talents and resources available to you. You can achieve more, and you should achieve more. You should develop your talents to do as much as you possibly can, considering your circumstances. It is also important to know that most people, thumbs up guesstimate, 95% of people in the world use earned income to make a living with. As I said earlier, there are jobs that can be more likely to generate wealth, or rather make you a millionaire, as the article from Job Monkey states. And once again, I'll leave a link in the description below to this article, where they say jobs like being a doctor or an air traffic controller or an investment banker. There are 11 of these titles that they say will make you a millionaire. They use the word will. I'd say more likely to, because it really depends on how you spend your money and how much effort and time and investment you do. But regardless of that fact, whatever you do, whatever business you have, whatever job you do, you can become a millionaire if you work hard enough, you work smart enough, and you associate with the right people. I saw a clip, and it's one of the clips on my YouTube channel, one of the short clips.
As Jim Rohn used to say, he said, it's not becoming a millionaire that's important, it's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. Yeah. You have to become a completely different person. You have to develop character beyond 99% of the people in the world. You have to develop honesty and discipline and quality relationships and the willingness and the ability to work and set priorities and all kinds of stuff, because without that, nothing is possible.
Man, I talk a lot. But let me get into the rest of the income types. So earned income we've covered now, and I've been saying a lot about that. But really what you should be doing is using your current income to generate extra income. The next type of income is profit income. So that's income generated from selling a product and at a profit. So you bought it at a certain price, which is a lower price than what you sell it for. And obviously this you need to keep in mind. You make profit when you buy the product, not when you sell it. Because you need to understand what you're going to sell it at and who you're going to sell it to by the time you buy it, so that you know that you pay a price that you can put a markup on. The next type of income is interest income. This is income derived from allowing other people to use your money. So you can put the money in a bank, and that's why you get interest in a bank account, is because that money is being used by the bank to put into a pot, and they do investments with it and that kind of stuff. They leverage your money, and that's why you get interest on it. If you lend your money to people, then you set the interest rate. Obviously, there are rules around it in the financial sector, but interest income is from allowing other people to use your money and setting terms and conditions as to how and when that money must get paid back. The next type of income is dividend income. Dividend income gets paid to you by companies that you are invested in, whether you have it on public equity or private equity. That's a topic for another video. But you are invested in the company, so you've fronted money to invest in this company, and they pay out dividends based on their performance and their profits that they have. This obviously needs to be determined upfront before you invest in the company, and some companies don't pay investment. That is referred to as growth stocks rather than dividend stocks. That's again another topic for another day. The next type of income, which is quite a popular one, is rental income. Now, when you think rental income, you obviously think real estate, either commercial or residential. But you could literally rent out anything that someone is willing to rent from you, as well as they are not willing to go buy it for themselves. Or they might not have the storage facility, or they only might need it for one job or something like that. So you could rent out your car, you could rent out your tools, you could rent out a couch, your living room for a party, whatever the case may be. If people are looking to use something once off and are not willing to go buy it for themselves, you have a market where you could rent those things out. Obviously, real estate is something that you can diversify in as well, and you can have multiple either residential or commercial real estate that you could rent out. In this way, you generate multiple streams of income from one income type, and that is also something that you could do. The next type of income is capital gains income. Now, capital gains seems very similar to profit income, but capital gains is linked to assets, selling assets at a profit. Assets being something like a house or some type of real estate, or long-term investments like buying stocks on the stock market, keeping them for more than 3 years. Cryptocurrencies, by the way, is also counted under assets, and if you keep investments in stocks or cryptocurrencies for less than 1 year, it's not considered capital gain and is taxed as regular income. So when you do these kind of investments, keep that in mind in terms of your taxes and that kind of stuff. Obviously, there are things that you can write off against these taxes, but the taxes on regular income versus dividend income is different. So you need to plan your investments and how you sell and buy your assets. Then the last type of income that I'd like to close off with is royalty income. Royalty income is derived from having contracts on intellectual property, patents, or other copyrighted material. This again is allowing people to use your property that you've created, and they pay you for using that property. Most of the times intellectual property, like I mentioned before. That brings me to the end of the video. What I really wanted to bring across in this is that there are different ways of generating income and different types of income. And if you have earned income, you should use your earned income to diversify your income into other streams of income, whether it be rental, profit, dividend income, whatever the case may be. But you need to generate multiple streams of income. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this added some value to your journey towards genuine wealth and prosperity, and I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed. Cheers.